Welcome to the Mom It's My Life podcast. This episode features adults using adult language. Listener discretion is advised. Satan, shut the fuck up.
It gives you more confidence to chat to people and to feel yourself. Now, as a woman in the industry, we were just chatting to Hannah about this. Have you what are your struggles? As in, what have you experienced that makes you think, if I was a guy, I wouldn't get treated like this?
Yeah,
is there anything?
For sure. Something that's happened to me a few times, both in music and wrestling and celebrity interviews, like whoever it might be. You walk in, like let's say it's a metal interview. I was like 18 when I started doing these.
Mm-hmm.
I'd walk in, I'd be wearing skinny jeans and like a comic book shirt because, you know, I was naive to kind of like do makeup and stuff back then. But like they'd look at you right away and be like, she doesn't know a thing about our band. And so I'd sit down with them and be like, just wait, like 2 minutes in, we're going to be shooting the shit and you're going to love it. And then you could see everything turn and you could see the wheels spinning in their heads and they're like, oh shit, like she could name every song off our album. Like I fucked up. And so I loved proving people wrong.
Yeah.
You know, and then even when I did start putting in more effort into my look and effort into like my appearance and just overall like confidence, you would still get people look at you. Like wrestlers would look like, oh, she's just some chick. Like she's just here because we're all shirtless, or she's just here because of that. And that was never the case. Like my boyfriend's a wrestler. I can walk into a locker room and everyone's changing and I'm literally not I just like look forward. Like I don't even think about it, you know?
Yeah.
So it's one of those weird things where there is that stigma towards females in wrestling. And most of it's bullshit. Like you do get the odd person, I've seen it, that is just there to kind of make friends with lots of guys, but that's never been me. I want to prove, and you know this in music too, but I want to prove like I'm good at what I do and this is why, and you can suck it. Like I've always been a little bitter, I'm not gonna lie. So I love proving my point and showing people, you know, I'm not just that like pretty face you think I am or whatever terms you hear. Like I can also do my job. So
yeah, no, because
so frustrating.
I literally had the same conversation with Hannah, as in I like makeup. I like to, you know, feel nice on stage, where we do get people saying like, oh, I thought you would just be like a poppy girly girl, like you didn't really like know her shit on stage, but your music's actually really good. And it's like, that shouldn't have to be the case. Like you shouldn't have to prejudge someone. But no, And Chris, what do you think about it all from a male perspective?
I think it's been a lot better in wrestling the last, I'd say 10 years, maybe a little bit longer, with like the whole divas thing that's come through, and like it's become like a really hot commodity. And I feel like previously they were looked at as sort of like, they weren't taken as seriously. But I definitely feel in the last, I'd say like 10 to 7 years, it's really like the wrestling has become it's been looked at far more genuinely. And like in comparison to like women having the first Royal Rumble. Like that wasn't that many years ago, was it? It was a couple of years ago, I think.
The first it was just a couple of years back.
Yeah, no, and I think that is a statement in itself, I think, because it's like, look, we have the talent, we've got the roster to do it, so we're going to do it, and it's going to be taken as seriously as the men's stuff, and I think that's really, really good in wrestling.
There have been a lot of steps taken, whether it's actually signing more females, whether it's actually bringing attention to certain divisions, having just pay-per-views being main evented by 2 women. That is huge, and it had never been done until 2.5 years ago. So there is a new spotlight. There is something other than just bra and panty matches or throwing girls in a bikini in mud, because that was literally what a women's wrestling match was, like, which is just crazy. And now you have girls, you know, with intergender wrestling being able to keep up when it comes to stamina and even strength. Like I'll see these girls like our size just like lifting dudes like 250 pounds. I'm like, how is that possible? But you know, it's one of those things where you have enough creativity and you have enough talent where you can make that kind of stuff work and really prove, you know, sure, when it comes down to bare bones, like obviously it's been proven like men are typically stronger than women, you know, it's just how it is. But it doesn't mean that it devalues women. It doesn't mean that we aren't badass. It doesn't mean we can't carry ourselves. And it doesn't mean that we can't put on a good show. So when I watch my peers out there, it's super awesome to see that they get just as loud cheers as the men now, that their matches are at the top of the show. They're the ones selling tickets. Like it's a really cool thing that it is more equal. There are a lot of problems still, but I mean, hopefully, fingers crossed, they'll solve themselves, you know?
Mm-hmm. And when you think about 10 years, you know, 10 years ago till now, it's going to be better, hopefully, obviously, I hope, in 10 years' time.
I hope. Yeah, that's definitely, I think what we all want is just equality in general. Like, it's not usually something I talk about too much, but I have like I said, I have walked into rooms and been like, oh, she knows nothing, or oh, she's too young, or oh, she's too girl, like whatever it might be. So I hope that there comes a time where we can just walk into a room and just be like judged almost off our talent, and then just tell everyone to go screw themselves, you know? Because
it's good though, because like if you think about it, it's like that is something that should come naturally to the world, but it doesn't. But what's nice to see is like you're making the steps career-wise that if you were to go and do interviews with wrestlers, people know your name, so they automatically take you more seriously. So I guess the harder you work, it also comes along, like that kind of thing comes along with it. And it's the same with like the wrestling. You can tell all these women are working, not to like shun as people like the ones who came before, but like they're working harder, they're having to work harder, they're getting offered more stuff, so they're working harder. And it's proving itself because they're getting the credibility that they deserve from the job that they're doing.
No, it's so amazing to see. I'll watch some events and I'll watch a women's match and be like, oh my gosh, that was so good. And, you know, sometimes there are men's matches that suck, and sometimes there's still women's matches that suck. Like, by no means am I saying everything's flawless. That's just the truth. But at least now it's more equal. Like, you'll see a show and it'll be like 60% male, 40% female, or even 50-50, or half of it's there are like literally intergender promotions now where every single match is a male facing a female. So it's definitely picked up. It's definitely something people have their minds open to more. And I honestly don't care if you're a guy or a girl in there. I just want to watch a good show. Like,
that should be the case.
Give a shit.
Right.
Like, that's the thing. I don't care, as long as, like, if I close my eyes and you have an awesome voice and the band sounds good, then like I'm down. I don't care what you are behind that microphone. And it's the same for being in the ring. So I don't know. I was supposed to be in the UK last month, and then it got canceled because of the pandemic. And it would have been my first trip there ever, because that's been a dream of mine since I was a kid. And we were gonna be in Liverpool, and we were staying so close to Cavern Street with like all the Beatles stuff.
Hell yeah.
That's cool.
I was so excited. I might be there in October, but I was so excited.
We'll all hang out because I literally live 20 minutes away from there. So
no, you don't.
Yeah.
We'd have to. Oh my gosh, we'd have to.
I live, it's this place called the Wirral. So Merseyside is Liverpool and the Wirral, and there's basically, you know, the water. So you have to travel there by going underground in a tunnel. And so, yeah, we literally live 20 minutes away from there. So we love the Beatles and everything. Paul McCartney's a legend. I went to his university for a year when I was 18, and he kissed me right here when I graduated on the cheek. I was like,
no.
Yeah, Uncle Paul, we call him.
No, that is not.
In fact, I was sat in the canteen just doing my work, and I was like, that sounds like Paul McCartney. I turned around, he was there, and I was like, I was like eating a bowl of chips. I was like, hi, Sir Paul. He was like, yo, how's it going? He even said yo, and I was like, and he had his security around him. And then in the corner, there's a smoker's corner. And he was like, oh, this is Smoker's Corner. He was like, this is where I used to hang out all the time as a kid. I'm like,
that's so cool.
I'm so jealous. That's incredible. Oh my gosh. Like, yeah, Beatles are my favorite band of all time. So that's just
awesome. Yeah.
That is cool.
Well, you are made for Liverpool.
Say, like, I was going to say, what was your perception of the Beatles as you were talking about Liverpool? I could like give or take them. Do you know? And like we
can we kick him out?
Christopher.
No, it's like I like the Beatles, but like there's a lot of stuff that I'm like, and like we did an interview with our friend Josh, who is a session musician. He lives in Liverpool, and these guys met at uni, and he said the same thing, which is we don't like without them, our music wouldn't really exist, and our jobs wouldn't really exist. But I just think there's a lot of shit there. It's like.
But I think like their hits, it's so nostalgic as well, because I remember as a kid, me and Dad, we got a whole box set of all their music videos, and every Sunday we literally just sit there watching all their music videos. The Eleanor Rigby. In fact, I was too scared to watch the Eleanor Rigby music video because it just scared the shit out of me. I don't know why. I would have nightmares about it. So I guess when I listen to their music, I'm so nostalgic, and it reminds me of spending time with Dad watching their music videos. So I guess it's different for different people.
Yeah, I grew up with it since I was a kid, so it's just in me, like, to love them. And I grew up watching Yellow Submarine and Hard Day's Night, like all of the Beatles movies. I used to want Ringo sunken in bed in the flat. Like, I loved all of it, you know. And my sister and I would play it. And then growing up, when we were teenagers, we had Beatles Rock Band, and we knew every song word for word. So we'd literally have my cousins come over, and like we'd 3-part harmonize, drums, guitar, bass, like all of it. Like family band guys in the basement. So I just
5 new.
Totally. So it just is one of those things where it's just, there's no way to not love it, you know? And I agree. Like, I feel like the only time that they kind of took me off course is like White Album. That's one record I just like can't really get into. But otherwise, I'm golden with the Beatles. Like,
awesome.
Fair play.
I feel like a lot of, you know, bands listening, like, as a kid, so Chris hates them, but ABBA is very my mum was obsessed with ABBA, and we had this video with all their music videos, and I would literally just watch it as a kid, and then Mamma Mia came out, the film, and I was like, wow. So every time I listen to ABBA,
so shit.
Every time, shut up, Christopher.
Such a bad film.
Oh my
it's God. It's so bad. They made a second one. What? Why? And everyone was like, the second one sucks. Yeah. Wonder why? Because the first one sucked. I'm not having it. I'm not having it.
But I feel like listening to it now, it reminds me of being a kid. So I feel like a load of those bands for our generation, it's very nostalgic as a kid, you know.
So much nostalgia. It brings me back to just like having dinners with everyone, or having family over for like big, you know, barbecue hangouts and stuff, and just having the Beatles in the background, and everyone would kind of like be humming around the living room, and it's just it's super nostalgic.
Jigging on down.
That's wicked.
Oh yeah.
So to sort of round this off, just some quick fire questions before we finish up. Tea or coffee?
Tea. I hate coffee.
Ooh.
Yep.
I didn't expect that. Fair enough. Skittles or M&Ms?
M&Ms.
Fair enough.
Peanut butter
original M&Ms or
Oh, well, we can ask the same question, Christopher.
Original or peanut M&Ms?
Original, because I don't like peanut butter.
You don't like peanut butter?
No, everyone always gets so angry, but no, I don't like peanut butter.
Right, we're just going to end this interview right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, just, hi, nice knowing you.
Beer or spirits?
So I don't really drink. So.
Fair enough. I mean, it's not as
not
much of a culture
as
it is. Yeah. No, it's
I'm not against it. I just
beer.
can't really find one I like, if that makes sense. Like,
I could recommend some fucking excellent drinks. I do have
we
to say.
We went to Poland last year, and we found it was a watermelon cider. So it literally just tasted like fizzy watermelon. It was great. It was our only day off, and we were just drinking it in the sun. It was like next to a big lake. It was great. And then we threw it.
It was definitely a river. I don't know how much you drunk, but it was definitely a river.
Same thing. And then we threw a ball. Chris threw a ball at a security guard by accident.
No, right,
was
that's
it really
a lie.
by accident?
No, I didn't throw it. Bron threw it. I was like, she was like right up the top of this. Like
Chris didn't catch it.
And like, she threw it, not at me. She was meant to throw it at me. She just lobbed it at a security guard. And Polish security guards are scary as fuck, I have to say.
Yeah, I'd imagine that.
It made a very good vlog.
That's what matters. Do it for the views.
The content. Got the content.
For the content, yeah. Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation.
Apple or Android?
Android.
Ooh, that's an...
I have my new Samsung S20 Ultra is coming today, and it's a thing of beauty. It kills any Apple camera. I am psyched.
Is it the one that when you go to take a photo, it kind of comes out the screen?
So it's the one where you have like 100 times zoom, so you can it's like a telescopic lens, and you can do this really cool thing too, where you take a 15-second video, and then out of those 15 seconds, it takes boomerangs, videos, and what it thinks are the best images for you, and puts it into a folder. Like it's amazing. I'm so excited.
Fair enough.
Yep. Android suckers.
I wouldn't know. Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Coke or Dr. Pepper?
Coke.
Fair.
Full fat Coke or Diet Coke?
Full.
Ooh.
Yep.
No, but this has been really good. We love this chat. It's very easy to speak to you as well.
I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. This was such a pleasure. I had you on my show. Interviews coming out soon. Now I've been on yours. I feel like it's a nice little full circle moment.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
And we can't wait to eventually one day meet you in Liverpool.
Yes.
Yeah.
We will
Hopefully this year.
We'll do the Beatles tour together, and we'll take you to the Cavern Club.
Yes.
There's also another place called the Cavern Pub, and every day they have live bands there.
It's very cool.
Yeah, it's literally a massive venue, like a bar venue, but there's literally like loads of memorabilia everywhere. All the people who've played there, they sign their names. You know, it's like a little museum in a venue, which is sick.
That sounds incredible.
Cool. Yeah.
Ooh, now I'm even more excited.
And they do an open top
tasting.
bus. Pardon?
No.
Yeah, they do a whole bus
An
tour
open
around
top
Liverpool.
Oh, that'd be incredible. See,
Yeah.
now it's like, I gotta make sure that this is all put aside. There's time
Someone
for it.
who's never been to the UK thinks an open top bus is a good idea.
Oh,
Well,
when
like
it's
you
raining.
see them all the time. It's such an iconic little, anyways.
We could take the ferry across the Mersey as well. In fact,
That'd be cute.
so you know the song "Ferry Cross the Mersey." So Liverpool, the Mersey, that's the river, and then it goes to the Wirral. So ferry across the Mersey is Liverpool to the Wirral.
Oh, see, I had no idea what it was. All right, look at that.
So a little fact about that.
Little knowledge.
Yeah, little
Wicked.
knowledge.
Well, thank you so much for coming on and speaking to us.
Thank
It's been
you,
amazing.
guys. Thank you for having me. This was fun.
You're welcome. Where can people find all your social medias and stuff like that?
Yes, just search up Alicia Atout online, and there you'll find my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, my merch store, TikTok, everything is on there. So yeah, just my name. I tried to make it easy for everybody.
Amazing.
Done a wicked job. Thank you so much for having us on, guys. Go and follow, go and look at everything, watch the interviews, go and be the wonderful people that you are. And yeah,
we have been we. You have been you. Hope you like the podcast, y'all.
Wicked. Right. Thank you so much.
Sweet. Thank you.
Thank you,
Wicked.
guys.
Bye, guys.
I'll see ya.
Thank you for listening to the Mom It's My Life podcast. Bronnie and Pete are hobberknockers who forgot to end the podcast, so now I'm here. I don't get paid enough for this job, man. Fuck.